Mall in the Brick City beautiful Ocala, Florida. Now that Luke has moved out of the way and everything, I can concentrate a little more. Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton in front of Congress today, a House subcommittee, testifying about Benghazi. Have you watched any, Luke? Have you watched any of this testimony today?
No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy, but I have not gotten to see that.
It's gotten a little chippy.
Yeah,
little chippy.
Yeah, the last thing I saw about the Democratic races was last night that Biden dropped out.
Yeah, he actually dropped out yesterday afternoon, but I understand what you mean.
Right.
But yeah, get a little chippy. She's having to answer some very pointed questions that she doesn't seem very fond about answering. But I guess if Americans lost their lives and I was in charge of the State Department at the time and it fell under my watch, I wouldn't be real happy with doing it either, huh? So let me ask you this question, Luke.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because you just graduated high school.
Right.
So you should still be, well-versed on mathematics, right? I talked about this with Larry and Robin first thing this morning, but it's just got me aggravated. You know how when you open your phone or your tablet gives you an alert, you go look at the alert, and then your instinct when your alert's on Facebook is you look at your alert to see what somebody sent you or anything, and then you scroll down to the first 3 or 4 stories that are listed on your timeline. Do you ever do that?
Right.
On your home line,
Yeah.
So I was doing that this morning. I was sitting in the parking lot here waiting to come inside.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw this thing where a kid was asked this math question. Now, solve this math question, Luke, okay?
Okay.
We'll use your name. Luke read 28 pages on Monday. He read 103 pages on Tuesday. What was the difference, or what was the average approximate pages that he read more on Tuesday than on Monday?
It was how many on Monday?
28 on Monday, 103 on Tuesday. What's the approximate number? What's the approximate number that the student read on Tuesday more than on Monday? That was the question posed. Now, everybody out there, if you're doing this, you're doing the math. Let me give it to you again. Luke on Monday read 28 pages of a book. On Tuesday, he read 103 pages of the same book. What's the, approximate difference in pages that he read Tuesday versus what he read Monday? Now, do you understand the question, Luke?
Yeah.
What's the approximate difference?
And it was 28 on Monday.
28 on Monday, 103 on Tuesday. And show you and explain how you got the answer.
101.
No, 103.
103
on Tuesday, 28 on Monday. What's the difference?
It should be 75.
It's 75. Now, how'd you get that answer?
I just subtracted 28 from 103.
And you came up with?
75.
Right. Your answer would have been marked wrong.
Why?
Because when you use Common Core, you just come up with the approximate, and the approximate was 70. Yeah, that's pretty much what I thought too. So the kid gets the answer right and writes. The reason he got it right, he said, give me your answer and explain why. He said, because 103, he wrote 103, minus 28 equals 75. Therefore, approximately 75 pages. Wrong answer. They used Common Core and said it's approximately in the 70. Because, Common Core gets everything down to a base 10, zeros. Now, I still don't know how it works totally, but it all is based on tens. So, Common Core is based on tens, right? So, right. Because 75 is not a 10, 70 is or 80 is. So, I guess 80 would have been a good answer, too.
Yeah. Because you round up.
So, let me get this right. We're going to have pharmacists that get approximately the right number of pills in your bottle. We're going to have doctors that give you the approximate right milligram of medicine. We're going to have bridge builders that they get approximately the right math for the bridge to be built. Rocket scientists, well, it's approximately around this number. Hope it doesn't blow up on the launching pad. I mean, what in the world is going on? I mean, it wasn't that difficult. Luke took 103 minus 28, came up with 75. Approximately 75. Well, actually, 75 is the right answer. But he wrote approximately 75. Because 103 minus 28 is 75. And the question was marked wrong. How in the hell is the right answer wrong? I know how. Common Core. And this is where our education system goes. Aren't you glad you're out of like secondary school now and primary school?
Yeah, it's a relief.
I mean, because I had no idea that 103 minus 28 was approximately 70. Oh, wait, it's not. It's approximately 75, like the kid said. Anyway, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we may or may not have the doctors from Aris Therapeutic Services. If not, we'll probably run last week's show. We'll see if we can't get that done right here on the Voice of Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life. From everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with her clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on the Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's National Magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz.
Hi, I'm State Farm agent Angie Lewis. Come see me and my team for all your insurance and financial needs in the beautiful downtown historic district, 416 East Fort King Street, or call 291-2444.
Your quality of life is meant to be fully enjoyed each day. The doctors at Ayers Global understand that and strive to provide a quality of life for you that has no equal. Ayers Therapeutic Services combines naturopathic and family medicine to help all your health needs. Diabetic management, hypertension, pain management, and anti-aging are just a few of the services offered by the Ayers family. Call 352-512-0222 today, and Ayers Therapeutic Services will help you begin to understand that better health begins with you.
Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens, has created the perfect bottle for whatever happens. The Bud Light Cool Twist aluminum bottle. It's made of 100% chill-holding aluminum, so you know it's cold. It's tall and sleek, so it's refreshing. And here comes a twist. It's reclosable, so you know it's always up for whatever. The Bud Light Cool Twist aluminum bottle. Just bring it. Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Welcome, Florida State football fans. Florida State's football program is all about performance, and the Seminoles are sleek and fast, just like Porsche and BMW of Ocala. Drive one today and experience luxury and refinement that only a Porsche or BMW can deliver. BMW and Porsche of Ocala enjoys this challenge of meeting and exceeding each individual standards. Come by and visit them today. Visit BMW and Porsche of Ocala, proud sponsor of Florida State football, 1515 Southwest College Road, or call 877-812-2396.
Howdy, folks. R.L. Hemp to tell you about Dairy Queen at Silver Springs' current specials. These folks are on fire, or at least their real char grill is, cooking up some tasty specials. Their $5 lunch specials are unreal, including bacon cheeseburgers, flamethrower burgers for the brave, chicken strips, and chicken wraps, all including fries, drinks, and a sundae. Nobody else does it like that but Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where they always treat you like kings and queens.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
On the next AM Ocala Live, Jim George will be in the studio. You know him as Professor Gadget.
News Bites, the hottest news and current events served bite-sized.
And then Martin Fletcher will be on. He's a foreign correspondent and bureau chief for NBC. He's won 5 Emmy Awards, and he's coming out to speak about his book, The War Reporter.
Join Kelly Fuquay-Hart on Ocala Magazine Radio.
And then Stephen Gardner, the founder of the Safe Millionaire Club, will be on. He's speaking about his book, A Bridge Over Troubled Wall Street.
Dr. Damon Tanton is the medical director of clinical practice for the Florida Hospital Diabetes Institute. He'll be speaking about diabetes management.
And then Dr. James W. Forsyth and Diana Warren will be on. He is an oncologist and she is a breast cancer survivor. They're coming out to speak to us about a new study that indicates that a genetic test may be able to determine whether women with early stage breast cancer can skip chemotherapy. All of that plus Fun with Joe on the next AM Ocala Live right here on The Source, WOCA 96.3 FM.
1370 AM.
Healthy Living, brought to you by the Ayers Therapeutic Services family, headed up by Dr. Brown and Dr. Mazzella, who are in studio with us today. Dr. Brown, hi, how are you today?
I'm fantastic.
Well, it'll even be better if you're talking to that microphone.
Exactly, right? I'm fantastic.
Dr. Mazzella, how are you today?
Very good. How you doing?
Wonderful. Now, you have a guest in studio with you. Dr. Brown, who is your guest?
She is our new managing partner at Ayers Therapeutics Ocala.
Okay.
And we wanted her to come and meet the family.
I'm like the black sheep, you know that, right? I'm like that crazy uncle that comes to Thanksgiving. You never know what he might say, but you hope the children aren't around when he does. Yeah, that's a good description of me, isn't it? So how have you been?
I am wonderful.
And your name, young lady?
My name is Winifred Smith.
Winifred Smith. Well, welcome to the Healthy Living Show. Glad to have you.
Thank you.
You didn't come in a white lab coat, though. I'm a little taken back by that.
like Dr. Brown says, I'm new.
No, okay. You gotta earn. It's like karate. You have to earn your belts and everything, right?
Yes.
So I wanted to, when we get in, I know we have something that's very important. You always have it with you is water.
Yes.
Hydration is the cornerstone of healthy living.
That's right.
I know there's 5 things, but it's all a building block, and hydration is the foundation.
Yes.
Everything's built on.
Everything starts with water.
So I'm going to tell you a story, because I always end up doing something to myself that can directly relate to what you're doing at Ayers Therapeutic. So, you know, if you're friends with me on Facebook, and like 1,200 people are, I think I know 4 of them, but, you know, I go take regular day trips. My girlfriend and I like to go to Disney, and we like to go to Ybor City to Tampa, and we like to go to Mount Dora and walk around, or to Micanopy and go in the antiques area. We like to go to St. Augustine. So 2 weekends ago, we went to St. Augustine. Come back from St. Augustine. This was the weekend after you had been on the show, and we talked about how I don't get sick, because I wash my hands, I drink fluids, I combat. I'm like just almost psychotic with how I don't like germs, and so I don't get sick, because I'm an asthmatic. So if I get sick, I'm down.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it gets in my chest, and then the bronchitis sets in. Then I sound like a Canadian geese flying south for the winter. You know, it's not good for radio. So I bragged on how I don't get sick. So Monday afternoon, Luke shows up. Luke gets a phone call Monday morning. I said, Luke, I know you have class today, but I need you to go into work. He said, what? I got class. I was like, I'm sick and can't come into work. To the point where I missed my first day of radio, first day here in 4 years. I'd never missed a day.
God.
Wow.
4 years, never missed a day.
Wow.
But Sunday night, I felt like, for lack of a better term, teetotal hell. I mean, I had body aches, my shoulders hurt. Now, I didn't have a cough. I didn't have like that head cold feel. I didn't have chills or anything. Didn't have a fever. And I just felt sick. Your body just almost like I was food poison or something. And I'd been to St. Augustine, so I thought about what I'd eaten, but my girlfriend ate the exact same thing. And I'm the one with the steel stomach. She's not. So she wasn't sick. So I couldn't understand what it was. And I hate to miss time. I mean, it's 3 hours a day. It's not like, you should be able to do 3 hours. You got to be hurt bad off. So I was pretty bad off. Went to my doctor. He does a workup on me. He says, well, your fever, your body temperature is 97.8. Everything's good and all. What'd you eat? I said, well, I told him what I ate. He said, what's that day? I said, nothing. He said, well, who been around anybody sick? I said, no, I hadn't been around anybody. He said, well, what have you done different? I said, well, the only thing I did different is I bought a pair of massaging orthotics in St. Augustine. He said, let me see them. So I get them out of my tennis shoes and I hand them to him, and he looks at them and he says, what are they? I told him what they were. He looked it up on the internet. He reads about them. He comes back, he's sitting there and mulling it over. He says, you poisoned yourself. I said, huh? I'm thinking, I done bought some orthotics that have leaked and I got chemicals in my body or something. He said, these are massaging orthotics. I said, I understand that. He says, well, did you drink any water while you were walking around St. Augustine in these? I said, I mean, we had beer, we had a couple cocktails, He said, when you go get a body massage, what do? I say, you drink water. Are you going to get toxic? You'll release, when they pop those knots and everything in you, it releases toxins in your body and you can become ill. Your stomach can be upset, body ache, you poison yourself. He said, that's what you did with these. He said, you walked around on them, it massaged and opened up circulation in your feet and your lower legs, releasing toxins that were built up there.
Yes.
You didn't drink any water to flush them out. You made yourself sick. And I thought, Dr. Brown and Dr. Mazzella will say, yeah, well, you did it. How common is that?
That is very common. That's why one of the things in our center is the detox systems that we do there, because you have 4,000 pores in the bottom of your feet.
4,000?
Yeah. 4,000.
So 8,000 to a set.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
That isn't.
I'm from South Georgia, and I know that's a lot.
So what you literally did was you opened those up by massaging them with those orthotics. And when you opened the channel, what you needed was to have water in those channels so it would flow away from you and it would go back to the system and get cleansed out or moved out. You never did that.
I didn't have a subway to take it away. It just sat there.
I tell you, yeah. I grew up in New York City, and it honestly was like when gridlock.
And I mean, I felt. I mean, like if somebody had hit me over the head and just took me out, I'd have been okay with that, because it was horrid. And I've never experienced that when I get body massage and all, because I know you get a hot rock massage, you get a deep tissue massage, anything like that. You drink 1 gallon to 2 gallons of water or you're going to get sick.
You are.
I never thought about orthotics causing the same problem.
Did you read the insert for the orthotics, though?
Of course not.
Oh, okay.
Kidding me?
Okay.
My girlfriend, when Jennifer, the greatest woman in the world, when I told her, she said, well, I could have told you that. I read the pamphlet on it that you didn't read. I said, why didn't you tell me? She was like, I thought you'd figured out it's a massage, isn't it?
It's a massage.
The man said it was a massage. Yep. So, but that's just my story about how people. I didn't understand the importance. You always tell me what the first thing you do a foot detox when you come into Ayers Therapeutics.
Yes.
A foot detox. I little Asian woman in the mall cleans my. I go get a pedicure all the time. It makes Luke laugh. He thinks it's funny. I go get a pedicure, but that to me, that's how you clean your feet. I had no idea that your feet and ankles and lower legs and all could hold so much toxicity in it that it could actually make you sick, your whole body sick.
Because here's what happened: we live on Earth, so gravity is going to do what it does. So it pulls it from the top of the head all the way down and stores it in the feet. And when you release that, that is why when you come into Ayers, we start off every client with hydration. No client, the minute you walk through the door, hi, it's a pleasure to meet you. here's some water. And we begin that hydration process. Then we can go ahead and do that detox with those clients. Because if we release that without hydrating them, I think everybody would know us.
The funny thing is, when you say the first thing you do is hydration, when we first met, we came in to talk to you about the possibility of doing a show.
Yeah.
Garfield, very nice man in the office, he said, "Hi, have a seat. The doctors will be with you in a moment. Let me get you some water." We weren't there for a doctor's visit. We were there to come talk to you about doing a radio show. But the first program, he said, the first thing on the program was, "Hi, how are you? Have a seat. Let me get you some water."
Protocol.
That's a protocol.
Now, there are 5 steps to health.
Yes.
Give us those 5 again, the cornerstones.
Hydration, supplementation, nutrition. We make sure we get plenty of rest and stress reduction. And most certainly, like what you did, exercise.
Yeah, exercise and not hydration, not good together.
No.
Not good together. You know, and you brought up supplements. Supplements are very big in the news this week in this area. A young man was suspended from the University of Florida football team for a calendar year, 365 days, for taking a supplement that had a substance in it that was banned by the National Collegiate Athletic Association.
Wow.
It's very big because he was the starting quarterback for the University of Florida.
Whoa.
Wow.
And I wanted to talk to you about supplements. I know that y'all do supplementation, but supplements come with a caveat that you need to know what you're taking before you take it. And I want to talk to y'all about the difference between the supplements you're talking about and the supplements this young man took that got him in trouble. Can we do that after we come back from the break?
Definitely.
We'll also take your phone calls as well. You're listening to Healthy Living, brought to you by Ayers Therapeutic Services. Dr. Brown, Dr. Bizzello in the studio, along with their new managing partner. I played college football, lots of shots to the head. What's your name again, young lady?
Winifred Smith.
Winifred Smith. I should always remember Winifred. I had a high school teacher, Winifred Brown. She was my English teacher in high school.
Wow.
And she said we were okay to call her Miss Winnie. So Winifred
we
Brown.
call her, Miss Winnie.
There you go.
Winnie all the time.
There you go. So there you go. I should remember that. So it's a mnemonic I have to come up with. So we'll do that. Plus at the 4 o'clock hour, Angie Lewis joins. Hopefully we'll join Buddy Martin in studio. And then in the 5 o'clock hour, it's chock full on Southern Pigskin tonight as we have to deal with the Will Greer situation. We have to deal with LSU, University of Florida. And believe me, Terry Bradshaw is not to be missed. He was on point this week, and his take on Greg Hardy and domestic abuse is one you should not miss. All that coming up today on The Voice of Ocala. But after the break, more Healthy Living brought to you by Ayers Therapeutic Services right here on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Your quality of life is meant to be fully enjoyed each day. The doctors at Ayers Global understand that and strive to provide a quality of life for you that has no equal. Ayers Therapeutic Services combines naturopathic and family medicine to help all your health needs. Diabetic management, hypertension, pain management, and anti-aging are just a few of the services offered by the Ayers family. Call 352-512-0222 today, and Ayers Therapeutic Services will help you begin to understand that better health begins with you.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
Your quality of life is meant to be fully enjoyed each day. The doctors at Ayers Global understand that and strive to provide a quality of life for you that has no equal. Ayers Therapeutic Services combines naturopathic and family medicine to help all your health needs. Diabetic management, hypertension, pain management, and anti-aging are just a few of the services offered by the Ayers family. Call 352-512-0222 today, and Ayers Therapeutic Services will help you begin to understand that better health begins with you.
This week on the Marion County Friday Night High School Game of the Week, brought to you by the McDonald Allstate Agency, the Lake Weir Purple Hurricanes travel to Booster Stadium to take on the Vanguard Knights. Lake Weir looking for their first district win, go in facing the Knights, who have not lost in the district yet this year. This is a game you don't want to miss. It's Vanguard Lake Weir, Friday night. Pre-game 7:15, kickoff at 7:30 right here on WOCA, The Source. Coming off their impressive 20-point victory over Louisville, the Florida State Seminoles travel this week up to Atlanta, Georgia to take on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. This game is a 7 o'clock kickoff right here on WOCA, brought to you by Tri-Eagle Sales and Distribution, your Bud Light distributor in the Ocala area. Don't miss it. 7 p.m. kickoff right here on WOCA, The Source. Are you looking for a durable farm fence to keep your horses enclosed, or a beautiful vinyl fence to give that finishing touch to your home? Seminole Fence has over 20 years of experience in providing quality fence products and services for farm and residential properties. Let them surround your property with a fence that provides privacy, security, and stunning appeal. Don't wait. Contact them today at 352-208-0959 for a free estimate. Seminole Fence, working hard to build fences and harder to build relationships.
News Radio. I'm Lillian Wu. A first in the fight against ISIS, a U.S. service member killed in action, this during an operation to free captives of the Islamic State. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton gets a grilling before the House Select Committee on Benghazi.
Republican Chairman Trey Gowdy setting up a constant theme about prior attacks and threats in Benghazi, Libya.
No one ever came to me and said we should shut down our compound.
Clinton saying request for security went through a security team, not her personally.
Fox Radio's Jared Halpern. Sesame Street's newest character is named Julia, and she has autism.
Sometimes Elmo waits a long time for Julia to answer, so Abby and Elmo wait.
According to one researcher, there was such a connection between autistic kids and Muppets, the company felt they had to play a role to bring kids together.
Fox Radio's Michelle Polino. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Men, if you're like me, you appreciate the feeling of a clean, smooth shave from a quality blade. The sort of shave that cuts clean, without the burn. So why are you messing around with generic razors that cost $32 for an 8-pack, when you can shave with Harry's high-quality German-engineered blades for half the price? And if saving money and a clean shave isn't incentive enough, Harry's will give you their starter set, complete with a razor, 3 of their world-famous blades, and shaving cream for just $15. And shipping is always free. We'll also give you $5 off your first order. Our way of saying thank you for trying us. How are we able to save you all this money and still give you the best shave you'll ever enjoy? By owning the factory that manufactures them. That's how. So go to harrys.com right now and enter code 9911 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 99.
If you're anything like I was, the thought of getting older was the last thing on your mind. But here we are. For me, it started slowly. The lack of energy, never being in the mood. And when I was, I could never perform at my best. I tried the pills and other treatments with minimal results, and all but given up on my sex life. Then I found the doctors at New Male Medical Center. Wow, they made a new male out of me. Feel like I'm 25 again. I have renewed vigor, so much more energy, and no longer worry about my performance. New Male treated me like my situation was one of a kind, with a custom treatment plan that really works. I feel great. They can create one for you too. It does not matter if you suffer from low testosterone, erectile dysfunction, or just want to last longer. New Male will help you.
Call New Male Medical Center today at 352-404-4779. 352-404-4779. That's 352-404-4779. It will change your life. 352-404-4779.
There's a car accident in this country every 5 seconds. That's why Allstate thinks it's time for an entirely different kind of car insurance, with features like accident forgiveness and a safe driving bonus. It's called Your Choice Auto, and it's only from Allstate. Are you in good hands?
You deserve better. Sign up for Your Choice Auto from Allstate. Call the McDonald Agency today at 622-2333.
Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Insurance, Northbrook, Illinois.
The Kingdom of the Sun Concert Band, under the leadership of conductor Les Muncaster, presents the musical presentation Veterans Like the Stars. It'll be on Sunday, November 8th at 6:30 p.m. at the Ocala Marion County Veterans Memorial Park. Free admission. Bring your families, your friends, your blankets, your lawn chairs, and join the Kingdom of the Sun Concert Band for a very special evening of music, fireworks, and good old American spirit. For more information, call 624-9291 or go online to kingdomofthesunband.org.
Welcome back to Healthy Living and the Slow Jam Hour. Don't you want to hear Don Cornelius right then?
I'm telling you.
I'm sad that guy's gone. That was a good show. Don Cornelius may have been the coolest, him and Dean Martin may have been the two coolest guys ever to live.
That's the truth.
Don Cornelius and Dean Martin, they may have been the two coolest guys to live. But we digress. It's Healthy Living, brought to you by Ayers Therapeutic Services, Dr. Brown, Dr. Mazzella, and Miss Winnie, all in the building.
Yes.
Before we left, we were talking about supplements. Mm-hmm. And Will Greer, the starting quarterback for the University of Florida, took a supplement that had a banned substance as part of it. He says he took it quite innocently. He was naive. Of course, they should run everything by the training staff before they take anything. But he said he took it because he had been down with the flu, and a friend told him this helped me when I had the flu. So he took the supplement, had a banned substance in it. But he bought it from a nutrition store, just went in, somebody said, oh yeah, go over there, look over there on the ice, get it. A lot of people, when you talk supplementation, they think that's an adequate way to do supplementation. Just go to your local pharmacy or your health food store and buy some zinc oxide or buy some, some fish oil or vitamin E. That's not the supplementation you're talking about.
No, not at all. When we see a client that comes in and we're prescribing the supplement that's necessary for the time, there is a certain way of looking at the person that comes in, the disease that they present with, and how much of a supplement they should be taking. The other things that you have to consider are the blood work and the blood testing that has to be done. Some people that have kidney issues and kidney deficiencies, sometimes can't be on a high dose supplement. So there is a way when a client comes to us that we have to regulate that supplement. So it's not just going into any store that you just take this off the shelf and that's it. No, you're supposed to, to consult with a physician to at least give the proper dosing, the proper usage of that supplement.
And supplements that you can buy through Ayers Therapeutic are, you as the doctors know exactly what are in those supplements. Because I was reading an article yesterday, reading up on supplements, that there are supplements out there because the FDA doesn't necessarily regulate them all, that may say that it'll boost your manhood, let's say.
Right.
But it could also destroy your liver and your kidneys at the same time.
Exactly.
And without you knowing it, you've taken something that you're taking because you wanted a desired result. Right. And the end result is it could destroy your organs.
It definitely can, and we've seen that happen. A few months ago, we had a client that came in, I think it was Dr. Mazzella's first week in office, and when we looked at the diagnostics, the test that we did at the office and saw what was happening with the woman's kidney. She had gone somewhere and they had told her to take 15 tablets. And by the time she came into the office,
she was close to dialysis.
She really was. And we looked at it. There are hidden things that are in certain supplements. Because of our license and certification that we have, Ayers make sure that everything, in fact, I don't pass anything. Dr. Mazzella is a biochemist, so we are going to make sure that what's in that product, it is what's supposed to be in it, in the right amount that's supposed to be in it, and that the client's body is able to receive it and utilize it.
Now, people, and if you want to call and ask the doctors a question, please feel free at 622-9622. This is your chance to call in and ask the doctors of Ayers Therapeutic Services any question you may have about health during the Healthy Living Show, 622-9622, if you'd like to call in. That's another thing. People think that the amount of supplements, you know, if not done the right way through a doctor's care, you could do harm to yourself instead of helping yourself, even though you're taking the right thing.
And I will also say this too, it's also, if you're in a certain disease state, for instance, if you're a diabetic, there are many supplements out there that say, here, take this supplement. And you know what? It may not be effective for you. So sometimes there is a dosing requirement with that. So you may have to take more than that's necessary and then come down from that supplement to make sure that it's at the effective potency for that patient.
Let's talk about something that affects 50% of all Americans. Either they've had it before, or they know a loved one who's had it, they know someone who's succumbed to it, and I'm talking about that dreaded 6-letter word, cancer. And I know that chemotherapy was derived from, it was discovered while scientists were doing experiments with chemical warfare.
That's right.
And that's how they came up with chemotherapy.
Right.
So chemotherapy basically is liquid fire put into your body to kill the cancer cells. But just common sense will tell you that's not the only thing chemotherapy is probably killing. Now, how is cancer one of the leading causes of death in this country? How is it treatable through the process, the 5 steps that you talk about?
One of the first things that we do, again, is hydrating the body. Cancer in itself it causes, just by the proliferation of those cells, an over-acidity in the body. Therefore, when we have a client that comes in, we want to begin the process immediately to hydrate the body. When we look at the nutrition, our foods are killing us. That is why at Ayers we suggest people, even if you come for questions, call me for questions. Why? Because the right nutrition and the right amount in the body can cause a wonderful effect. But if you happen to be taking foods that are filled of GMO, pesticides, fungicides, and you take that in, you're only going to continue to proliferate the cells from growing abnormally. We look at the supplementation, and that's where Ayers is key. Because when we have a client that comes in and they have cancer on board, their supplementation is going to be vital to them being still here on earth. And no one knows that better than I do, having survived cancer 19 years ago. My husband died to cancer 8 years ago, so for me, it was key that when we put Ayers together, we knew the right supplementation to be utilized for clients that are undergoing treatments for cancer. And we've seen celebrities that now we have a relationship with some of the celebrities that have gone through cancer therapies naturally and survived. My thing is this: if you're going to give me something that was designed to annihilate others and hope it will not kill my good cells, that's not the way to go about it.
True story. People may not believe, but true story is chemotherapy was actually developed during a research project to try to come up with chemical weapons to use during war. That is where chemotherapy came from. Dr. Bozzella, now from the traditional medical side, how do you approach someone when they come in and they test for cancer? How do you marry the two together, natural and traditional medicine, because a lot of people say, well, traditional medicine is chemotherapy for cancer.
Right. And, the first thing is we have to see the root problem of where that cancer is from. Whether it's been breast cancer, lung cancer, colon cancer, you see where the first steps are and what diagnostic tools that are put there in place to actually diagnose that cancer. The second thing is to look at the natural side, that there are alternative medicines out there in place, because I really have to say that a lot of the chemotherapy agents out there, they also immunosuppress the body. And when you immunosuppress the body cannot fight. So what type of therapies do you think that can actually help that cancer, help those abnormal growths? It's actually to boost the immune system. So a lot of therapies have been in place, alternative-wise, to do immunotherapies as well. And we also assist clients in absolutely helping them in getting those therapies accomplished.
My grandmother, my mother's mother, she had cancer. She had lung cancer. She was in stage 4 lung cancer. But when you look at her death certificate, it says she died of pneumonia.
Yes.
She had cancer. They said that pneumonia was a complication of cancer, but she died of pneumonia. And that's because you're saying her immune system couldn't fight the pneumonia because of how they had damaged it with the chemotherapy. And so she did, the cancer didn't kill her.
No.
The treatment of cancer
Killed her. Mm-hmm. And these are the things that you have to look at. And if you're treating somebody with these chemotherapies, they're basically also starting the abnormal growth of cells in other organs. So it's like a catch-22.
When you have cancer on board and you're getting treatment for it, here's what happened. Nutrition. Who wants to eat when they come home after having chemo or radiation and you're sick as a dog? The last thing you want. And here's what happened. Nutritionally, you're going to be deficient. That usually a lot of time is what triggered the effect of those cells growing abnormally. So if you're not cautious in making sure you do that delicate dance, and we tell no one not to take chemo or radiation. I didn't do it. My husband did. 2 different results. That's neither here nor there. But here's what we look at EARS is if we are to continue the things that don't work, majority of those that have gone through chemo and radiation 5 years later, we have a situation that, we're looking at a woman 5 years ago who removed a hepatic cancer, and now we're looking at her where it's back.
Right. And what therapies that you look for, and these are the things that you have to see in the future. Many times that you can be, they call it remission of cancer, right? Is it truly gone away? And then you say 5 years later it comes back. If you realize it's just protocols and it goes down by prognosis, like how your survival of that cancer is.
So a lot of times remission just means dormant for a while.
Yes, so it's in the blood. Right. So detox the blood.
So if I tell people how they can come learn more information about the natural way to go to combat cancer or any illness by AIRS Therapeutic Services care. How can they find you?
They can find us on 1005 Southwest 10th Street here in Ocala, which is right off 200. They can also find us at airsglobalinc.com. We are now on Facebook. We're learning to teeter around that. So if they were to go in and AIRS Global and Therapeutics on Facebook, they can pull us up. And we're definitely passionate about what we do. We're doing it consistently. We are willing to share the information. There's no cost attached to it. In fact, we have a wonderful listener that's coming to see us later on this evening that heard because of the show. Our assessment in our office for people who listen to the show is $59.99.
There you go.
And we're making it happen for Ocala.
352-512-0222 to set up a appointment to come in and see the doctors at AIRS Therapeutic. Thanks so much for coming in. Miss Winnie, we'll see you many more times, I'm sure.
Okay, yes, because we're also starting to do skincare in the office.
Very good. So now another avenue right there, skincare. Yes. As always, it flies by. The 30 minutes flies by. We'll have you back in next Thursday. Doctors, thanks so much for coming in. This has been Healthy Living, brought to you by AIRS Therapeutic Services on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. And missing Hugh, the source. That was a replay of last week's Healthy Living, brought to you by the Ayers Therapeutic Services. Coming up in the 4 o'clock hour, Buddy Martin is live on remote at Angie Lewis State Farm Agency, 416 East Fort King Street. We'll talk to him next hour, but right now, we're going to go to break on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
When you were a kid, you had all sorts of toys. Toy cars, boats, trucks, entire toy boxes full of fun. Of course, you never really outgrow your toys, do you? It's just that now, instead of a box full, you have a garage full. Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, ATVs, and more. As you get older, your love of toys just gets stronger. So protect those toys the best way possible by switching to Allstate. An Allstate agent can help do the switching, paperwork, bundle all your policies together, and even find you a bunch of discounts. So if you love your toys, make sure you protect your toys by making one call to an Allstate agent.
Protect all your toys with Allstate and the McDonald Agency. Established in 1985, we have offices in Ocala and the Villages to better serve you. Give us a call at 622-2333. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Are you in good hands?
Located next door to Silver Spring State Park and a few minutes from historic downtown Ocala, our award-winning Holiday Inn Express Hotel and Suites of Silver Springs is a place to stay for a friendly, memorable, and fun experience. Enjoy our fast and free Wi-Fi, complimentary hot breakfast, and free parking. Whether you're in town for work or play, our friendly staff will make you feel right at home. That's the Holiday Inn Express and Suites of Silver Springs, proud sponsor of Friday night Marion County High School football on WOCA, The Source.
Central Florida is well known for our love of horses, and here at Seminole Fence Company, we have over 20 years of experience in providing quality fence products and services for farm and residential properties. Let us surround your property with a fence that provides privacy, security, and of course, stunning appeal. Don't wait. Contact us today at 352-208-0959 for a free estimate. Seminole Fence Company, working hard to build fences, working harder to build relationships.
Many of us are thinking about continued education for better job opportunities, and here is the place to learn what is available to you right in your own backyard. On Wednesday, October 28th at 10:05 a.m., Webster University, the College of Central Florida, St. Leo University, and the University of Central Florida will be our guests to let you know about the programs they offer. So be sure to tune in to AM Ocala Live on WOCA The Source at 10:05 a.m. on October 28th to learn what higher education opportunities are available to you.
Have you heard of HyperDirectory? When looking for local businesses, go to hyper.directory. No need for www, no need for .com, just hyper.directory. Connecting customers to local companies when it matters most. HyperDirectory is your local business directory partnered with the Ocala Chamber and Economic Partnership to bring you trusted local businesses. Keeping Ocala local. Use hyper.directory. No www, not even .com, just hyper.directory. Connecting customers to businesses when it matters most.
Hey Ocala, this is Kelly Hart, Executive Editor of Ocala Magazine. Did you know last year Ocala Magazine won more awards and excellence than any other publication in Florida? And this year, Ocala Magazine was named Best Consumer Magazine in the state. Now you can join me every Friday at 10 a.m. on Ocala Magazine Radio, where we bring the pages of Ocala Magazine to life, right here on The Source. Ocala Magazine thanks you for making us number one. And remember, there is only one Ocala Magazine.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Over the past 10 years, most fire stations phased out the poles and replaced them with either stairs or the latest weapon in firefighting, the fireman's slide. Simply locking eyes with somebody makes them seem more attractive than someone who isn't looking your way. You're going to love this new type of therapy. It's bibliotherapy. Basically, a therapist recommends books to help you work through whatever issues you may have.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala as we wrap up hour number one of the Voice of Ocala. Get set to go out and join Buddy Martin at Angie Lewis State Farm Agency at 416 East Fort King Street. He's on location out there. He'll be on the phone with us at 4 o'clock from Angie Lewis. I got about a minute to go in this segment, and I just wanted to tell you, in case you were wondering, there's a new world speed record for getting through the entire original NES version of Super Mario Brothers. From start all the way through till you save the princess, this man shaved 66 milliseconds off the actual time. Fleet Finger Gamer Darbian raced through the original NES version of Super Mario Brothers in an astonishing 4 minutes and 57 seconds. Went through the whole game in less than 5 minutes. Solved the whole game. Actually, it was 4 minutes, 57.627 seconds. That shaved 66 milliseconds off the record that was set last year in June. So, in case you're a Super Mario Brothers fan, there's a new world record and it's less than 5 minutes. So, bone up and try your best to figure it out. Coming up next, Buddy Martin joins us live from Angie Lewis State Farm at 416 East Fort King Street. He'll have Angie and Clint Lewis. I believe Clint Lewis is going to make an appearance as well. That coming up next on the Voice of Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life. From everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with her clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on the Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's national magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz.
Hi, I'm State Farm agent Angie Lewis. Come see me and my team for all your insurance and financial needs in the beautiful downtown historic district, 416 East Fort King Street, or call 291-2444.
Do you experience body aches, joint, or a muscle pain all over your body? Does it keep you up at night, interfere with your day, and leave you feeling tired and in pain? You could be suffering from fibromyalgia. Renstar Medical Research in Ocala is conducting a research study of investigational medication for individuals between the ages of 18 and 75 who have had widespread body pain or tenderness for at least 3 months. Qualified participants will receive study-related medical care and investigational medication at no cost. Compensation for time and travel will be provided, and insurance is not necessary to participate. If you experience body aches or suffer from fibromyalgia and would like to find out more information about this fibromyalgia study, please call Renstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. That's Renstar Medical Research, 352-629-5800. Renstar Medical Research, seeking tomorrow's answers to the health questions of today. If you've been hearing about the crowd at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill and were worried because you couldn't get in, I've got some good news for you. Seating is now available. While you're there, look up Chef Dave Del Rio. He'll buy you a drink. Now is the time for you to finally see firsthand what your friends are talking about at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill. Try Chef Dave's tantalizing Louisiana menu. Check out those gorgeous Lake Weir sunsets. Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill on beautiful Lake Weir. Seating now available.
WOCA. Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
If you're anything like I was, the thought of getting older was the last thing on your mind. But here we are. For me, it started slowly. The lack of energy, never being in the mood. And when I was, I could never perform at my best. I tried the pills and other treatments with minimal results, and all but given up on my sex life. Then I found the doctors at New Male Medical Center. Wow, they made a new male out of me. Feel like I'm 25 again. I have renewed vigor, so much more energy, and no longer worry about my performance. New Male treated me like my situation was one of a kind, with a custom treatment plan that really works. I feel great. They can create one for you too. It does not matter if you suffer from low testosterone, erectile dysfunction, or just want to last longer. New Male will help you.
Call New Male Medical Center today at 352-404-4779. 352-404-4779. That's 352-404-4779. It will change your life. 352-404-4779.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Over the past 10 years, most fire stations phased out the poles and replaced them with either stairs or the latest weapon in firefighting, the fireman's slide. Simply locking eyes with somebody makes them seem more attractive than someone who isn't looking your way. You're going to love this new type of therapy. It's bibliotherapy. Basically, a therapist recommends books to help you work through whatever issues you may have.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Jane Metzler. An overnight raid to rescue some 70 Iraqi troops held hostage by ISIS.
One U.S. service member was wounded during the rescue mission, acting in support of Iraqi Peshmerga forces after they came under fire by ISIL. He subsequently died after receiving medical care.
Pentagon spokesman Peter Cook.
I don't know what this line of questioning does to help us get to the bottom of the deaths of 4 Americans.
Hillary Clinton testifying about her emails before the House committee investigating Benghazi, insisting she never knew Ambassador Chris Stevens wanted more security. Who will replace him? Outgoing Speaker John Boehner scheduling a secret ballot for House Republicans next Wednesday. The full House votes the next day. Ways and Means Committee Chair Paul Ryan endorsed by 2 caucuses today. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Men, if you're like me, you appreciate the feeling of a clean, smooth shave from a quality blade. The sort of shave that cuts clean, without the burn. So why are you messing around with generic razors that cost $32 for an 8-pack, when you can shave with Harry's high-quality German-engineered blades for half the price? And if saving money and a clean shave isn't incentive enough, Harry's will give you their starter set, complete with a razor, 3 of their world-famous blades, and shaving cream for just $15. And shipping is always free. We'll also give you $5 off your first order. Our way of saying thank you for trying us. How are we able to save you all this money and still give you the best shave you'll ever enjoy? By owning the factory that manufactures them. That's how. So go to harrys.com right now and enter code 9911 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 9911.
Yes, it's time again for Buddy Martin. Call him up and tell him what you're thinking, but be kind because he's doing the best he can.
I'm just sick of all the amateur stuff, you know? I mean, like, if I'm paying top dollar, I want a little production value, you know? Like some editing, transition, something, some music.
Don't worry, we didn't leave you.
He's gone? He's not gone. That's the whole point. He's never gone.
Our bosses say we gotta stay.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei. It's time for the second hour of The Voice of Ocala. Hoo-ah!
You ever come across anything like time travel?
Come on, stick around. It's free.
If you win, you win. If you lose, you still win.
Hello, welcome to the Voice of Ocala, coming to you live today from Angie Lewis State Farm Agency on East 14, 416 here, a beautiful October afternoon. I'm telling you, you couldn't paint one look better than it looks down here in fields. Nice light October breeze, sun beautifully shining through the trees, and a lot of things happening downtown. FAFO's big art show today. We'll tell you all about that. Clint and Angie both will join me later, and I think we'll have Chayo Comas here, hopefully from the FAFO committee. A lot of things happening downtown if you've traveled down there. All kind of setups going on. This is a busy weekend for Ocala, and you can tell this is the beginning of the season. This from now, Tom, and through till the 1st of June, it's like house money.
You're just trying to make me jealous, aren't you? You're making me jealous is what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
No, you're sitting back there at the station eating bonbons, drinking Diet Coke, so you're in good shape. But it's a lot better out here on Fort King, and I'm telling you, this is the most beautiful day of the year we've had so far, and delighted to be on the front porch of this old Fort King residence here, which now is the residence of Clint and Angie, and now the State Farm Agency for Angie Lewis, right here on 416 East Fort King. A busy weekend, Tom, as you know. All kind of things happening. We'll get into those just a minute. Complete calendar rundown, stuff happening Saturday, Sunday, all downtown. So this is the time when Ocala shines. This would be the time.
It is the time, and you know it always coincides. But you know what? I circled this weekend 5 months ago on the calendar because you know what the weekend this coincides with?
Is it your birthday?
The day that whatever weekend Florida has off is the first day the first weekend it explodes in Ocala.
That's very true. And by the way, Back to the Future week, but it's also the weekend when many people take off and go north to the mountains and want to see the beautiful leaves turn. I'm saying, how could you get prettier than this? I mean, I love the fall. I love the leaves changing. It's spectacular. And I know our good friends, the Earls, are up there this weekend seeing their one of their relatives play baseball, but also checking out the foliage in North Carolina, just beginning to turn. And I looked out at my lemon trees back out of my window today, Tom, there, and I could see just a little change of color in those Myers lemons. So, your leaves are beginning to fall, and now it's going to be a great time. And I tell you what, even in December, when it's up north, when it's below freezing, we're standing this good set here with a 68-degree day, sunny. It's a beautiful time to be in Ocala. I am really glad to be here. This is a wonderful weekend to kick it off.
It is a great weekend to kick it off. And what better way than with FAFO?
Yeah, I'm so glad. This is their third year. I had forgotten it's 3. I was thinking they just got down here last year. But this is their third year where they're back downtown, where it started 50 years ago. And another thing is we had a theme all week long of what's happening downtown. We talked about it with the mayor. We talked about it with Terry Keogh and Nick Robinson about the new building over the Ilarion. All the things that are happening in the community. Tuscaloosa Park tonight, the Symphony Orchestra plays at the new Riley Arts Center, which is spectacular. If you haven't seen it, sold out, by the way, and you couldn't get a ticket if you had a lot of money. It's going to be a wonderful weekend, and it'll be an all-weekend deal, which we'll get into some of the events happening: music, art show, pumpkin run, etc., etc. So I'm reading the article by Rick Allen from the Star Banner, does a wonderful job for our local paper about this particular event. 155 artists as far away from California and Connecticut coming to town, and they'll have 13 different mediums: oils, acrylics, jewelry, ceramics, photography, fiber, etc. They're expecting, Tom, between 20 and 25,000 people wandering through the booths downtown to look at some of these things. So, again, presented by the Fine Arts for Ocala, FAFO, runs 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. So if you don't have any plans, or if you do, make it a point to get down here. Like Tom said, open date. You don't have to sit around the TV and watch Florida play this weekend. Get downtown, look at some of these wonderful, this beautiful art you're going to see. Make a purchase or two. I always see something I wish I could buy, and I might buy something this year. You never know. So it's a wonderful time for our town to show off, and a wonderful chance for our artists to show off. And I've talked to other artists, Tom. You mentioned Mount Dora. You've been there recently. I was there 6 to 8 months ago, and I went down to one of the hotel has a shop down below there where they deal in crafts and deal in jewelry and different things. And I told them I'm from Ocala. I said, "Oh, you know about that art show?" I said, "Yeah." He says that's one of the best art shows in the state of Florida. And I think the reputation has really been solid, and it's because we've had wonderful volunteers. And the community has a sense of responsibility to uphold a tradition and to keep the arts going. And this is a great way to salute it with all of this, plus the symphony orchestra this weekend. So I'm proud of my hometown today, and you should be proud if you lived here as well.
It's one of those times when you always say the day trip. Well, the day trip this weekend is to Ocala.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, why go anywhere? You're right here. And I know you got a sports show to do tomorrow, Tom, and you probably wander out to the golf course, but I would suggest you and Jennifer maybe, I told my wife today, we need to head downtown this weekend and check it out. So, and it's only going to get better. I'm sitting over here looking right across the street from the old Sprint building. I'm looking at these condos that are going up. They got these porches on them, which just look terrific. I can envision people, Tom, on a weekend like this, outside, mingling around, a little beverage in their hand, checking this place out. A concert over at Citizens Circle. The food trucks are around. It's just a wonderful setting in a beautiful little town that's got a lot to offer. So I encourage you to check it out this weekend for sure.
Definitely. And, you said it's an off weekend for all of us because there's a massive amount of Georgia Southern fans here in town, buddy. We play tonight at 7:30, so we're off for Saturday too. So,
There we go. There we go. There we go. I thought we'd get at least past the first break without you bringing up Georgia Southern.
Well, that's not going to happen.
You'd have a mistaken notion that there's a colony of Georgia Southern people here who just live and die with Georgia Southern football.
There's Mike Cooney, the golf pro at Golden Ocala, and me. That's enough.
And you. That's it. That's a colony,
enough.
All right.
That's enough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
One of the nicest guys in the world, and me.
What a pair to draw to, for sure.
Mike Cooney is one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
He is that, for sure. Certainly is that. We'll have a little thinker factoid. Now, how are you on the percentages, Tom? You good on percentages?
I'm okay. Percentages are what you play when you play poker. You play the percentages.
Well, I've got a pretty good one today, and if you want to find an opponent there who wants to go match wits with you, or maybe we'll get Angie, although she'll probably trounce you, so I don't know.
I don't know if I want to play Angie. She always. Hey, is Clint around? That's an easy beat.
Clint's on his way here shortly. He's working downtown. The whole Lewis family's working diligently. They're kind of downtown folks, They get involved with stuff. Then their work gets stuff pulled together, so they'll be joining us shortly. Hey, a little bit of good news. We complain about things going up. I got some news about something that went down for all of us. So we'll take a break here live from the front porch of the Angie Lewis State Farm Agency on 14 on a terrific October afternoon. I'm Buddy Martin. The program's called The Voice of Ocala. Stay tuned. Much more to come your way right here on
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life. From everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with her clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on The Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's National Magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz.
Hi, I'm State Farm agent Angie Lewis. Come see me and my team for all your insurance and financial needs in the beautiful downtown historic district, 416 East Fort King Street, or call 291-2444.
Central Florida is well known for our love of horses, and here at Seminole Fence Company, we have over 20 years of experience in providing quality fence products and services for farm and residential properties. Let us surround your property with a fence that provides privacy, security, and of course, stunning appeal. Don't wait. Contact us today at 352-208-0959 for a free estimate. Seminole Fence Company, working hard to build fences, working harder to build relationships.
Do you experience body aches, joint, or a muscle pain all over your body? Does it keep you up at night, interfere with your day, and leave you feeling tired and in pain? You could be suffering from fibromyalgia, Rinstar Medical Research in Ocala is conducting a research study of investigational medication for individuals between the ages of 18 and 75 who have had widespread body pain or tenderness for at least 3 months. Qualified participants will receive study-related medical care and investigational medication at no cost. Compensation for time and travel will be provided, and insurance is not necessary to participate. If you experience body aches or suffer from fibromyalgia and would like to find out more information about this fibromyalgia study, please call Rinstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. That's Rinstar Medical Research, 352-629-5800. Rinstar Medical Research, seeking tomorrow's answers to the health questions of today.
WOCA.
Are you in need of custom screen printing, embroidery, or promotional items? Then look no further and come visit the brand new Legacy Team Sales. LTS is conveniently located off 17th Street next to Armstrong Homes in beautiful Ocala. We offer the best prices and highest quality products for your company, team, school, or nonprofit. Whether looking for screen printed shirts, embroidered polos, or travel team uniforms, you'll be sure to find it at Legacy Team Sales. Come visit our new 27,000 square foot facility. Our friendly and knowledgeable sales staff will assist you in every part of your custom purchase. LTS carries the hottest brands in the industry like Under Armour, Russell, Mizuno, Asics, Badger Sports, Gildan, Pacific, Ogio, and many more. At LTS, screen printing embroidery is done in-house and we guarantee customer satisfaction. Stop by, give us a call, or check us out on the web at shoplts.com. Remember the name, LTS.
Robin, let's try a little plant trivia. Name this nursery. It's a not-for-profit, and it teaches growing and caring for plants to their students.
Oh, that's easy. Kenny's Place.
Or how about this one? It's a nursery conveniently located between Ocala and Bellevue.
Again, it's Kenny's Place.
Or how about this one? A nursery with a wide variety of just what you need or want at the most reasonable prices.
Kenny's Place, of course.
Kenny's Place at 7677 Southeast 41st Court. Give them a call at 867-1213. It's a caring place for people and plants. It's Kenny's Place.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line and a new spoiler and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala, Buddy Martin, live from the front porch of Angie Lewis's State Farm Agency. We are expecting at some point Angie to show up here. We hope. And I know that she's busy downtown with all the FAFO stuff going on. And I'm just looking at this calendar. Tom, I know you're in the ballet, so I'll mention this to you. Didn't you used to wear a tutu?
That was me, sure.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know for sure, but I thought I saw a picture of you at Georgia Southern with the tutu on. But anyway, Swan Lake, we performed at the new Riley Arts Center coming up. Dance Live National Ballet will be a touring company of Florida celebrating this week's Riley Arts Center debut, which the story Sarah Ingley writes in the Friday Entertainment Guide. Ballet, another example of things that will be happening over there at the auditorium. Tom, I know you were there this past Friday. I saw a video today was sent out and actually appeared to had a cameo in it myself, but it just explained the history of what the auditorium was on Facebook. I think it's on my Facebook page. But all the background, and of course we know that the history of the place is so rich, and Matthew Wardell explaining that this is a place where Buddy Holly played, this is a place where the Boston Pops played twice, and we're not really sure who all did play in there. I know there were wrestling matches, boxing matches, what have you, back in the day, even before my time. It was the sort of the cultural center for everything in our town for many, many years. The WAPA project built way back when, and so it sat there for so long, empty, and as somebody explained last week, I think that might have been Gerald Ergel, I'm not sure, about the fact that, it was actually Mayor Ergel Mayor Gwynn saying that the smartest thing was that they didn't do anything to it for a while, because there had been a temptation to come in there and sort of bulldoze it down. You know how we get sometimes about old buildings, what we call old. In England, that wouldn't even be old. Over in England, the buildings aren't really old, so they're going to be 250 years old. But I could see somebody coming there and bulldozing it down and putting up something new. But the fact that they took the old and the new and blended it together so perfectly really brings, as we said with Matthew Wardell last week, a certain spirit to that place that you just don't get by with bricks and just any bricks and mortar. And I'm so pleased that we have that. I know, I'm sorry I can't make the symphony tonight, but I'm looking forward to seeing some concerts. And as we said, the acoustics being what they are, it's just going to be a terrific place to see any kind of concert, and especially acoustical concerts. I'm a big fan, as you know, Tom, of certain acoustical music, and I can't wait to see an acoustical act in there one night and see how that sounds. It's going to be terrific. It is going to be terrific, and I was there to hear some music and all last Friday when they did media, the media invitee, and the sound is just amazing. And the amazing thing, buddy, when you talk about Dance America that's doing Swan Lake and all, that's their home base for the next 2 years. Mm-hmm. They tour all over the country, but their home base will be the Riley Arts Center. So here we have a national ballet company that their home immediately is the Riley Arts Center. That just tells you how well thought of this art center is. Yeah. That's good stuff. Yeah, the fact that it is the home base for the dance company, and as I said, they're performing a haunted Swan Lake Sunday in Ocala at the Riley Arts Center. Speaking of haunted, this is a haunted house, and the main ghost lady is here, and that would be Angie Lewis, who just pops in from no doubt another meeting, or either that or she was just running downtown completely. I'm not sure which, but either way, Angie, good to see you. Welcome.
You too. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late, but hey, I was, sometimes y'all are like, when do you do? I was doing business. I was helping a first-time home buyer get a mortgage, and we're getting it.
Oh, that's right. You have an insurance business.
I do.
That's what that sign means.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
Yeah.
It's always good to know that, that we got new home buyers, which is good. And
that's good, too.
I'm kind of encouraged by what I saw today on the front page. There's so much going on in our community right now. The fact that I noticed that even though it's a different kind of income flowing in. The story today about Medicare, we were among the top 20 places in the country for where the Medicare money flows into, and the 25% of all the population of Marion County gets Medicare. That means dollars in the health system.
Right.
So health has become a huge part of our community. We keep hearing this from people saying, this is what we're doing, building hospitals, we're getting more people here, more treatment, whatever. So this is a large industry. You know that.
Oh, absolutely.
You're in the insurance business, and I'm sure every year when people get to renew on their insurance, because you have to do it every year with your, on your Medicare, you get lots and lots of calls and people. What do you tell them when they call you, by the way? Do you handle a lot of that stuff?
We do, yeah.
More than they used to have?
We handle on the Medicare side. We handle the Medicare supplement policies. So we just ask them to bring in all of their information, and then we sit down with them and we talk about what are your options when it comes to supplemental. We'll have conversations with how comfortable are you with having any deductibles or co-insurance like you and I talked about before, or are you wanting pretty much to know that when you go everything's going to be covered? So then we talk about different price points with premiums and that, and so we have conversations too about their health, currently how what is their health like on the medicines that they're taking, so we can help advise them and help them make the right decisions. So
kind of a total involvement in people's life. You know all about them. You know their money, their health.
Yeah.
Personal, everything about them. So.
That is what I love about what we do. A lot of people still think of State Farm as just your auto and home insurance carrier, which is great, and that's what we do. We spend a lot of our day on, and I have people in my office that are, especially just in that office.
This guy's coming for Tom.
There we go.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
But the fact that we are a full-service agency where we do get to help people on the health insurance side, on the life insurance side, the customer, I was just, young couple, getting married, buying their first home, and helping them get a mortgage, so we're going to take care of the mortgage for them and their home insurance.
Like banking services.
So we do a lot of that side of it too, helping people get their investments in order, starting a Roth IRA, doing their whole plan. So
do you have any seminars?
Look how cute her hat is.
Cool. I want that hat. Come back here with that. What is? Do you ever have like seminars?
I will tell you that's very interesting that you said that, because prior to moving to this location, we used to do them quite a bit, and I had different locations. I would host them in different demographics. Sometimes it would be, women specific, or it might be first-time home buyer specific, or whatever. So, Lauren and I we just met this year, and we're making our plan for 2016, and we have the space here. So we are going to start offering once a month. We will have a seminar in our conference room around some subject.
I got about 5 topics for you.
Okay, perfect.
And I know one of them would be simply just how do you choose your supplemental insurance for Medicare?
Okay, that's a great one too.
And I really like to see it. I think also
long-term care is another one.
Long-term care is a big one, and people obviously of my age are thinking how they're going to live their last 50 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got 50 coaches for it,
you got you're anyway.
And I think it's really a lot of, as we know with information. I mean, yesterday, here's an example. We have someone who's come into the station to be on, and Tom says he knows we're not at the Cascades, right? I said, well, I'm sure he does. The phone rings, guess what? He doesn't know. Last time he was on the show, we were at the Cascades, and we assume they know. But again, the rules right 7 times you're going to tell people. So think about how complicated the business is.
Right.
I mean, it has got a lot of twists to it.
There's a lot, and things change legally. You have law changes and stuff. One of the things that we want to start doing as far as seminars too is understanding your Social Security.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Benefits and such, because do you even get your hard copy of your statement anymore? You do get yours. A lot of people don't get them in the mail anymore. You have to go online.
No, I told them I'm not shifting to the paper. I want the paper.
So a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, I haven't seen that all the time." I'm like, "Well, let me show you how you can go and
let me
do
tell
it."
you, excuse me for interrupting you, but here's how stupid I was. I mean, I would say I'm at least average intelligence. Would you? I mean, right? I mean, wouldn't you say? I mean, at least average.
You do have an Emmy. I have to remind you about that every once in a while.
I mean, let's just have it. I was so stupid. I didn't realize this.
What?
That you and Clint, let's say you didn't work.
Okay.
Clint did.
Okay.
But you had worked some and you didn't have enough hours to really qualify. And you get to age 65 or 66 now, I think it is, and probably for you it'll be 67 when you get ready to retire. And so I did not realize that your wife or your spouse actually gets Social Security, even though they didn't put much into it. You think they weren't fully, vested, that's how we say, but they get a percentage of what they get 60% of what you get. Even though I didn't ever think my wife would be getting Social Security.
Right.
Boy, was I happy.
Well, and you know what, and that's one of the reasons why we want to do that seminar, is there's a lot of things that people don't understand about it. And then just like you're saying, okay, so when do you choose to take it? What how they give you what's your best options? And
more and more it's better to wait. You're better to wait.
And then the other piece around is around pension plans. There's some different twists and some things you can do to maximize your pension.
If you're lucky to have one.
If you're lucky to have one.
So many companies have cut them out.
Oh, absolutely.
Even more reason to get a Roth or get an IRA, whatever. Because anymore, I think the young people know this now. The young people, Luke's age, the millennials, all up to 30s. I consider that still young, actually 40s or 50s. But they understand. Don't count on living on Social Security, and don't count on having a pension.
Right.
You better get that IRA.
Well, and someone's Luke's age, we actually talked about this morning with my team. We're going to be doing, because I want to make sure they're all financially sound.
Right.
So we don't want them to. I want to make sure my team's taken care of. And so we were talking about. I've got a group of younger team members now that was just starting some of them first job and everything, and we were talking about if they would just start putting $2,000 a year into their Roth IRA for 10 years, 15 years, or whatever, they could stop and have way more than I will have at retirement if I just started.
There you go. Breaking it down, Angie Lewis. All right, Angie, come back. What a beautiful day here in downtown and on Fort King. We come back to talk about the big weekend with FAFO, all those things going on right here in our beautiful city, right here on the Voice of Ocala. Stay tuned to
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens, has created the perfect bottle for whatever happens. The Bud Light Cool Twist aluminum bottle. It's made of 100% chill-holding aluminum, so you know it's cold. It's tall and sleek, so it's refreshing. And here comes a twist. It's reclosable, so you know it's always up for whatever. The Bud Light Cool Twist aluminum bottle.
Just bring it.
Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Welcome, Florida State football fans. Florida State's football program is all about performance, and the Seminoles are sleek and fast, just like Porsche and BMW of Ocala. Drive one today and experience luxury and refinement that only a Porsche or BMW can deliver. BMW and Porsche of Ocala enjoys this challenge of meeting and exceeding each individual standards. Come by and visit them today. Visit BMW and Porsche of Ocala, proud sponsor of Florida State football. 1515 Southwest College Road, or call 877-812-2396.
Your quality of life is meant to be fully enjoyed each day. The doctors at Ayers Global understand that and strive to provide a quality of life for you that has no equal. Ayers Therapeutic Services combines naturopathic and family medicine to help all your health needs. Diabetic management, hypertension, pain management, and anti-aging are just a few of the services offered by the Ayers family. Call 352-512-0222 today, and Ayers Therapeutic Services will help you begin to understand that better health begins with you.
This week on the Marion County Friday Night High School Game of the Week, brought to you by the McDonald Allstate Agency, the Lake Weir Purple Hurricanes travel to Booster Stadium to take on the Vanguard Knights. Lake Weir, looking for their first district win, go in facing the Knights, who have not lost in the district yet this year. This is a game you don't want to miss. It's Vanguard Lake Weir, Friday night. Pre-game 7:15, kickoff at 7:30 right here on WOCA, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Jane Metzler. An overnight raid to rescue some 70 Iraqi troops held hostage by ISIS.
One U.S. service member was wounded during the rescue mission, acting in support of Iraqi Peshmerga forces after they came under fire by ISIL. He subsequently died after receiving medical care.
Pentagon spokesman Peter Cook.
I don't know what this line of questioning does to help us get to the bottom of the deaths for Americans.
Hillary Clinton testifying about her emails before the House committee investigating Benghazi, insisting she never knew Ambassador Chris Stevens wanted more security. Who will replace him? Outgoing Speaker John Boehner scheduling a secret ballot for House Republicans next Wednesday. The full House votes the next day. Ways and Means Committee Chair Paul Ryan endorsed by two caucuses today. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Men, if you're like me, you appreciate the feeling of a clean, smooth shave from a quality blade. The sort of shave that cuts clean, without the burn. So why are you messing around with generic razors that cost $32 for an 8-pack, when you can shave with Harry's high-quality German-engineered blades for half the price? And if saving money and a clean shave isn't incentive enough, Harry's will give you their starter set, complete with a razor, 3 of their world-famous blades, and shaving cream for just $15. And shipping is always free. We'll also give you $5 off your first order. Our way of saying thank you for trying us. How are we able to save you all this money and still give you the best shave you'll ever enjoy? By owning the factory that manufactures them. That's how. So go to harrys.com right now and enter code 9911 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 9911.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Ooh, ouch. Does pain have you glued to the couch? Yes, unfortunately it's true that every year we must get older, but that doesn't mean we have to deal with pain in our back, knees, or shoulder. If your muscles and joints are sore, don't worry anymore. Come get acupuncture from me and you'll be pain-free. Acupuncture starts as low as $35 at a Better You Healthcare. Call me, Dr. Erica Olstein, at 615-5566. Stop your pain from driving you insane.
Coming off their impressive 20-point victory over Louisville, the Florida State Seminoles travel this week up to Atlanta, Georgia to take on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. This game is a 7 o'clock kickoff right here on WOCA, brought to you by Tri-Eagle Sales and Distribution, your Bud Light distributor in the Ocala area. Don't miss it. 7 p.m. kickoff right here on WOCA, The Source.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking: will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala, live here on Angie's front porch this time. We don't give Cindy any props tonight. It's all about Angie.
All about Angie. I think this show would be eventually all about Angie, but you know, that's okay. That's okay.
Welcome to my world.
Oh, and Clint's joined us now, too, as well.
How about Angie? By the way, Clint's here, too. Well, don't stop there. Keep
okay, so here's what we were. I know we just had a lot of talk about all the, the insurance, and I'm all pumped up because we just had a good day. I've got, my team is awesome right now, so we're having some good stuff happening, and love my clients. We're happy. So this beautiful lady walking by in her red hat, just a great, but the fall spirit and everything.
Plus, you got three good-looking guys.
I got these guys
right here. How about that, huh?
Absolutely.
And then we were talking about just how exciting going into this weekend, because what an amazing weekend for Ocala. Our city has just getting on the map for culture and the arts. We have so much going on this weekend. And I will tell you, I did a photo shoot for the Senators this morning, a campaign they're going to be doing. We were out Tuscaloosa. Tuscaloosa was full of people this morning.
Was it really?
There was Michelle Foster was out there doing a photo shoot with a bunch of clients. There were kids playing on the people. It was just beautiful at Tuscaloosa. So I'd love to see that public art out there, and then all things happening. So
yeah, and that's Tom and I talk about it a lot, and that being, I like to think I take credit for the calling it Marion County, Ocala Central Park. But anyway, whoever did it. And it's got so much potential. I know Tom has adopted it as kind of one of his pet projects. And you're right, this time of year you look at Tuscaloosa and think, man, is this cool or what, to have a park like that right in the middle of your city?
It's wonderful. And then, so all weekend long, well, it all kicks off actually Friday night. If we think about O'Reilly's, and O'Reilly, I do that all the time, O'Reilly Arts Center.
Yeah, that's arts and art.
Riley Arts Center. You can call it the symphony because it's more than the symphony, so I got to make sure I say Riley Arts.
Don't feel bad. I had the thing started tonight instead of tomorrow night. So I keep thinking this is Friday instead of
I know.
Thursday, but
tonight's actually Florida Feast at the Pavilion, so you've got that going on tonight, and then tomorrow night with the Riley Arts Center, the kickoff of the symphony.
Yeah, I said tonight earlier. I meant tomorrow.
Fabulous, and then all weekend downtown, you've got putting on their big art festival. Over 300 artists coming in.
I know.
And it's not just, it's local. We have a lot of local artists, but what's exciting about it, this is bringing other people to our community as well. So we got people traveling, I think that right in the paper it says from Connecticut, California, over 155 artists are traveling into Ocala this weekend.
A lot of people are scheduling their vacation to come back and visit relatives on this weekend, Clint.
Yeah.
Just so you can get sort of a doubleheader. See your family, and come here and see this wonderful FAFO art exhibition and all the things surrounding, as you said, Angie. it's like cultural things are exploding around us right now.
Right, and I love it. And I just love it.
Too distant future, all of these people coming into town could stay downtown at a hotel, possibly.
That's going to happen. We had the mayor on Wednesday. We asked the mayor about the progress report, if that whole situation was going to come about. He said, yeah. I asked him if it was a done deal the way it was set up. He said, no, it absolutely is not a done deal yet. So, I wonder what that means.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I know that there was some discussion at City Council on Tuesday night. I was in attendance, and they were talking about just even with the parking garage, because that is going forward. That they were talking about the location of where to put the elevator with the parking garage, because now with the hotel project that they thought about, they might probably need to locate it on the north side versus south side, because of where the traffic flow might be coming and going from the parking garage. So
I did not know until the mayor drew us a map, the layout of that hotel.
Yes.
And if I could describe it with words instead of a visual, which is not television, but if you're standing on the square and you're looking east, you're looking east back here at the lot, this way, which would be our right, and you're staring at the prop there. I wanted to know how much of the frontage will be taken up by the hotel.
Right.
I thought maybe half of them would go deep. He said, no, it's going to take up most of that block,
right,
horizontally, I think is what he said. And then there's going to be some parking spaces behind it. And then there will be, I think he said 3 stories with stores
retail
right behind it.
Oh, right behind it, not on the bottom side.
That's the way I understood him to draw it up. So that time you saw the map, that's what it says, what it looked like.
And then I guess they'll utilize the parking garage, like 3rd and 4th floor of the parking garage will be more for valet hotel service, correct?
I guess that's what it is.
Which now that makes a lot more sense, too, for the which is why they both kind of had to come hand in hand, the hotel and the parking garage.
Right. Now you link it up. Tom and I have been doing this all week long, talking with, first of all, we talked with Terry Keogh, the daughter of Bernadette Castro. It was great to have her in, about that project on the Alarian Bank on the other side.
Oh, you'll have to fill me in because I'm behind.
Well, the whole area of the Alarian Bank over there, that bank, which is Castro's own, they're taking the building back.
Yes.
And that building now, they're going to open a restaurant on the ground floor.
It's again made in Columbia.
It would be great, wouldn't it?
That'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome. I would just love that. And so, but here's the significant thing. That's the first step in the footprint on the north side.
Crossing 40.
Which means now we're on our way toward the train station and Tuscaloosa Park and that whole corridor there we talked about.
North Mag, getting over there with
so it's all kind of tying together.
Floyd and Clark, Yandel.
Yeah, exactly. We talked about that the other day, both the people who've been waiting.
Absolutely.
They're such good patrons and stakeholders of that north side over there. So there's so much going on right now, and I'm so glad to see something happen, because we talked about this, Angie. How long have you been doing this radio show?
Oh, my God. Is it 5 years?
Over 4.
Yeah.
And so we've talked about it on this show, you and I, for 4 years, about stuff happening. Now you're in it. You're downtown, and you're part of it.
It really kind of, when I started getting into it, was when we had, and you were at this meeting. This was before we started doing the radio show. When we were doing the strategic meetings, we were meeting at City Hall in the chamber, drawing out Janie Pope's job description.
Yes, and I remember going to Georgia.
We didn't know it would be Janie Pope at the time.
I remember
Noonan.
We went to Noonan. We came back, and they said they're going to form some committees. And I said, if you don't have Angie Lewis involved in here, you're an absolute you're a fool.
Awesome.
You've got to get her involved in this, for sure. And I'm not saying I was the one who did it.
Right.
Don't blame me if you're unhappy, but I'm just saying. But I do remember that specifically saying, because there were some leaders that emerged at that point, that stepped up and made things happen. And they even though we didn't get too far with that plan, that's where a lot of this excitement started. Then we had kind of a pause in it a little bit. But you excited, Clint, about all the stuff going on?
I'm real excited. I had lunch today at Brooklyn's Backyard.
Yes.
The owners, Tim, Janice.
They're great.
And we were talking about the different events, and they told me about one Saturday. I think it's at the Grace School, and Chef Del Rio is going to be there.
Yes.
They're going to be there. And Jose, who made the Cuban burger.
He made more exactly. He made the Cuban missile.
The Cuban,
We had it. I've eaten the Cuban missile.
He's going to be there.
Tom's eating the Cuban missile. don't think Luke did. You haven't, Luke? Yeah, we had him on the show. Dave and Jose are a great team. They should do a cooking show together. And they both have Hispanic backgrounds. You know, you should have been there the day Rondo was on there, and Dave Del Rio and Rondo got in an argument about who had the best Cuban bread, Tampa or Miami. There was a big little bread war going on there about the Cubans. So, but yeah, you're right.
And my conversation with Janice was just being here 10 years ago. It's like, what do we do? What's there to do? And people complain there's nothing to do. Now look around. There is something. You got to pick. What are you going to do?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
And it's more often than not that there's several things going on.
I think we need a bluegrass band on this front porch.
Yes, we do.
You know?
We do.
Weather like this? Are you kidding me?
You're right. We need it.
You got that great Angie wear.
Great bluegrass band that we had for the Derby party.
Yeah, we had. Who was that? They were. What was the name of that band? Tom, you remember the name of that band?
I do not, but they were very good.
They were
amazing.
Yeah, I remember talking to them about.
You know what? Yeah, we need to.
Let's look into that. Let's see if we can get Steve Martin down here on board. He's got a great band.
Hey, you know what?
I'm a first cousin, so I'll get him down.
You just ask. Yeah. We just need to put a request out there, just like what people did with the Foo Fighters. So we need to
have up on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't like food fighting. I think food fighting is bad. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Is that something else? I was just,
look, just walked out across the hall there, or across the street. So scary.
Halloween.
How about that? This place will be decorated up. Oh, that's pretty scary right there. Yeah. So we're getting ready for the Halloween. Any special plans for Halloween?
You know, well, we are going to attend both of the silent film viewings that the Symphony is going to be having at the Riley Art Center.
Good job.
Thank you. We will be going to those leading up to Halloween, and then, you know what? We'll probably have something going on here for the kids trick or treating. I mean, we want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So, are any of y'all going to Pinkoween this Saturday night for the benefit breast cancer awareness? It's $20 a person, costume party, Gateway Bank.
That's a good prize.
Oh, you are right. You know what? Art has been, we actually have a flyer. It was hanging up in here. It's probably inside. That Art has been, he comes by every day and picks up our deposit, and he's been, he's been talking about that.
Right now, they're offering a 2-for-1. Actually, if you today, you call Kristen at the bank, Kristen Nast at the bank. Right now, they're running a special yesterday and today and tomorrow, where your $20 will get you and your significant other into it instead of $25 a piece at the door, but $20 for two right now.
Okay, thank you.
That's the deal.
Thank you.
I wish everybody stop having everything the same weekend. Too much going on here.
See, it's good. You're going to have to better have choices.
Guess what else is going on?
What's that?
Prestige Auto Faker Factoid. That's going on.
All right.
All that plus in. Now, you're in the insurance business. Are you good? You like percentages? I got percentages for you.
Here we go.
You and Clint can team up against Tom, and we'll see if we can take the Terminator out, okay?
Okay, here we go.
Stay tuned to the Voice of Ocala live from the front porch of the Angie Lilly State Farm Agency on beautiful Fort King Avenue right here on
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source. This week on the Marion County Friday Night High School Game of the Week, brought to you by the McDonald Allstate Agency, the Lake Weir Purple Hurricanes travel to Booster Stadium to take on the Vanguard Knights. Lake Weir looking for their first district win, go in facing the Knights, who have not lost in the district yet this year. This is a game you don't want to miss. It's Vanguard Lake Weir, Friday night. Pregame 7:15, kickoff at 7:30 right here on WOCA, The Source. Coming off their impressive 20-point victory over Louisville, the Florida State Seminoles travel this week up to Atlanta, Georgia to take on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. This game is a 7 o'clock kickoff right here on WOCA, brought to you by Tri-Eagle Sales and Distribution, your Bud Light distributor in the Ocala area. Don't miss it. 7 p.m. kickoff right here on WOCA, The Source.
Stay with us and sleep better at the Sleep Inn and Suites of Ocala Bellevue, located next door to Don Garlett's Museum and a few minutes from Florida Horse Park. Our award-winning, newly refreshed Sleep Inn and Suites offers comfy, clean rooms, free fast Wi-Fi, and service with a smile. Start your day with a deluxe hot breakfast and unwind in our heated outdoor pool. Our convenient 24-hour fitness and business centers allow you to stay on track whether you're here to play or to work. That's Sleep Inn and Suites Ocala Bellevue, proud sponsor of Marion County High School football.
Need a car? Need financing? Need somebody to cut through the red tape and send you rolling down the highway? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Got great credit and just prefer a quality pre-owned car at a fair price from somebody you can trust? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Want to avoid high pressure to feel appreciated and be able to choose from a wide selection of AutoCheck and Carfax certified vehicles? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Prestige Auto Sales in Ocala. Prestige. It's all there in our name.
On this episode of What Not to Do, brought to you by
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
I thought I told you to call Mike Scott Plumbing to get this leak fixed.
I did call the plumbers. They were just here.
Let me get this straight. You're telling me Mike Scott Plumbing was just here?
Well, not exactly.
Well, then who exactly was here?
You know, the other plumbers. They were having a sale.
Is that why there's duct tape on my toilet?
Wait, I don't see any that duct tape. Well, at least it matches the grout color.
There's a reason we only call Mike Scott Plumbing. They're on time, every time. They don't charge extra for nights, weekends, or holidays. And most importantly, and I need you to pay attention on this part, they actually fix it.
Okay, so you want me to try to fix it?
Yes, I do. By calling Mike Scott Plumbing, like you should have done in the first place.
Yes, dear. What's the number again?
You really should know this by heart. 866-314-4443.
Got it. 866-314-4443. On next week's episode of What Not to Do.
Seriously? A helicopter?
Legally Yours, brought to you by Fuller & Fuller Attorneys at Law. On the air every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. with John Fuller, a board-certified civil trial lawyer for over 25 years. John welcomes your questions, from business to complex family matters to legal disputes. So tune in every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. for Legally Yours with John Fuller, right here on WOCA 1370 a.m. and 96.3 FM, The Source.
The Kingdom of the Sun Concert Band, under the leadership of conductor Les Muncaster, presents the musical presentation Veterans Like the Stars. It'll be on Sunday, November 8th at 6:30 p.m. at the Ocala Marion County Veterans Memorial Park. Free admission. Bring your families, your friends, your blankets, your lawn chairs, and join the Kingdom of the Sun Concert Band for a very special evening of music, fireworks, and good old American spirit. For more information, call 624-9291 or go online to kingdomofthesunband.org.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala final segment here before we go to our Southern Pigskin tonight. You're going to want to stay tuned for that. Of course, Terry Bradshaw in rare form filing an official complaint with his show about Tom Schmitz. Don't miss that. I want to mention, by the way, last night, and you were there for Tuesday night, City Council approved a reduction in the power costs. How about that? Our power bill is going to go down an average of about 7.7%, or about $8.58 per month. You'll be glad here at your building to know that.
Yes, everybody did a double take. They were like, wait a minute, you say you're going down?
Yeah. What is this? Something goes down? No way. And also, along the lines of percentages, apparently existing home sales rose 10%. The median sale price of a house increased more than 18% in September here in Ocala, Marion County, according to the Association of Realtors. Now, having said that, the whole Prestige Auto Faker factoid today is about percentages. Now, do you guys want to play against Tom, or just all play?
Let them two play against Tom.
All two play. All right, you guys got to make your decisions on your.
You can help out. Clint can be my help out.
All right, here's your go-to guy. All right. Number one, cursing after hurting yourself can reduce the amount of pain you feel by up to what percent?
I'm going to say 70.
70. Somebody does it a few times.
It's just one word that comes out when that happens. I'm sorry.
20%.
20%. Now, what did you say, Angie?
I said 70. I'm thinking
okay, well, I think Angie said it's 50%.
Yes.
So you better get that one. These are all just numbers questions, all right? This is fake or factoid from Hero. Number two, 98% of people who have student loans never pay them early. Fake or factoid?
Fact.
Both say fact. Anybody want to change their answer? You should have. It's fake.
98% never pay them early.
90% of people who have never paid them early. Never pay them early. Some people pay them early.
Yeah.
More than 90%.
Anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Number three, just go with it, Angie. Okay. Number three, 39% of millennials in Los Angeles, ages 18 to 34, are chronically stressed about money. That
fact.
Fact on.
Fact.
Both say fact. Anybody want to change their answer?
No.
Okay. Good decision is correct. What's the score?
2-1. I got 2. Andy's got 1. She's winning.
All right. Number 4. More than 42% of men and 27% of women report that they never use sunscreen, even though skin cancer is the most common of all cancers.
Fact.
Fake.
Tom says fake. Andy says fact. It's fact.
Yes.
Are you out, Tom?
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, okay. Well, here's the last number. What percentage of Americans... hold on a second. For people who pretend to text while being involved in awkward situations, what percentage? Pretended to text, okay?
70%.
70.
Okay, and I was saying 60.
Luke's doing that right now.
100% probably, right? He brought an average in. Well, Tom, you're right. It's great. It's 80%.
Wow.
People tend to text while being involved in awkward situations. Amazing. Well, Angie, you did it again.
That's right.
Anything we need to know before we tie this thing up today in terms of what's going on with you in the next couple of days?
I just hope that we all cross each other's paths as we're busy this weekend running around to all the fabulous
Where are you
things
go?
going on. I will definitely be at the Riley Arts Center. I would definitely be downtown.
Now, don't go to the O'Reilly Arts Center.
I will not go to O'Reilly. I wouldn't even know what to do.
And she's going to Pinkoween as well. Pinkoween.
And I may be at Pinkoween also.
And Tom, you'll be at the ballet, right?
I'm going to not do any of those things.
Oh, well, you'll be at some football game, right?
Yes.
A lot of stuff going on all day Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be a terrific weekend. 155 artists and all kinds of artwork, the mediums, oils, acrylics, jewelry, ceramics. It's going to be a great weekend. So stay tuned to this program. Coming up next, it's one of the things again tonight, right here on
1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
When you were a kid, you had all sorts of toys. Toy cars, boats, trucks, entire toy boxes full of fun. Of course, you never really outgrow your toys, do you? It's just that now, instead of a box full, you have a garage full. Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, ATVs, and more. As you get older, your love of toys just gets stronger. So protect those toys the best way possible by switching to Allstate. An Allstate agent can help do the switching, paperwork, bundle all your policies together, and even find you a bunch of discounts. So if you love your toys, make sure you protect your toys by making one call to an Allstate agent.
Protect all your toys with Allstate and the McDonald Agency. Established in 1985, we have offices in Ocala and the Villages to better serve you. Give us a call at 622-2333. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Are you in good hands?
Need a car? Need financing? Need somebody to cut through the red tape and send you rolling down the highway? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Got great credit and just prefer a quality pre-owned car at a fair price from somebody you can trust? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Want to avoid high pressure to feel appreciated and be able to choose from a wide selection of AutoCheck and Carfax certified vehicles? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Prestige Auto Sales in Ocala. Prestige. It's all there in our name.
Nestled in the heart of horse country, just off I-75 exit 354, the award-winning and newly refreshed Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala invites you to pamper yourself in one of our comfy guest rooms. Enjoy our free and fast Wi-Fi, heated outdoor swimming pool, 24-hour fitness center, and our deluxe continental breakfast. Other on-site amenities include a restaurant, putt-putt golf, and a car wash. Go happy, go Hojo at the Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala, proud sponsor of Friday Night High School football on WOCA, The Source. Right on the southwestern corner of the square sits one of the finest dining establishments in Florida, Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood Restaurant. Mark's offers big city dining amenities in a charming and small town setting. It's a rare treat to experience both the ambiance and the exquisite cuisine in a friendly atmosphere. Ocala's finest restaurant serves the finest beef, the freshest seafood, premium wines, and naturally fresh vegetables. From valet parking to splendid service, Mark's offers the complete package. Check it out today. Mark's Prime Seafood and Steakhouse Restaurant.
If you're anything like I was, the thought of getting older was the last thing on your mind. But here we are. For me, it started slowly. The lack of energy, never being in the mood. And when I was, I could never perform at my best. I tried the pills and other treatments with minimal results, and all but given up on my sex life. Then I found the doctors at New Male Medical Center. Wow, they made a new male out of me. Feel like I'm 25 again. I have renewed vigor, so much more energy, and no longer worry about my performance. New Male treated me like my situation was one of a kind, with a custom treatment plan that really works. I feel great. They can create one for you too. It does not matter if you suffer from low testosterone, erectile dysfunction, or just want to last longer. New Male will help you.
Call New Male Medical Center today at 352-404-4779. 352-404-4779. That's 352-404-4779. It will change your life. 352-404-4779.
On the next AM Ocala Live, Jim George will be in the studio. You know him as Professor Gadget.
News Bites, the hottest news and current events served bite-sized.
And then Martin Fletcher will be on. He's a foreign correspondent and bureau chief for NBC. He's won 5 Emmy Awards, and he's coming out to speak about his book, The War Reporter.
Join Kelly Fuquay-Hart on Ocala Magazine Radio.
And then Stephen Gardner, the founder of the Safe Millionaire Club, will be on. He's speaking about his book, A Bridge Over Troubled Wall Street.
Dr. Damon Tanton is the medical director of clinical practice for the Florida Hospital Diabetes Institute. He'll be speaking about diabetes management.
And then Dr. James W. Forsyth and Diana Warren will be on. He is an oncologist and she is a breast cancer survivor. They're coming out to speak to us about a new study that indicates that a genetic test may be able to determine whether women with early stage breast cancer can skip chemotherapy. All of that plus Fun with Joe on the next AM Ocala Live right here on The Source, WOCA 96.3 FM.
1370 AM.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking, will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
This is Southern Pigskin Tonight with host Buddy Martin on the Southern Pigskin Radio Network.
Hello and welcome to Southern Pigskin Tonight. I'm your host, Buddy Martin, coming to you in the southernmost outpost of Southern Pigskin Radio Network from our WOCA studios here in beautiful Ocala. This is the program that's all football,